morning. Saturday morning today. My big non-gig having period has begun. If you include this weekend, which maybe I couldn't because I did one last night, but if you did include this weekend, I have 3 weekends now with no gigs. So I've kind of got a bit of a break from that. My boyfriend's here, he's just in the loo at the moment. I'm making coffee, as I do. We're gonna do what we do and snuggle up on the sofa and have a cup of coffee or two. Then we're gonna get dressed, go out have breakfast in a cafe, and then he's going home because he's got stuff to do. I'm gonna clean my house a lot, and then I've got friends coming over and they're gonna bring cake because somebody's got a birthday. It's 10:30 now. We're all ready to go out. Well, I'm all ready to go out. Ivy's putting his trousers on. I've got a little bit waylaid, mooching around charity shops. Guess what I have? Ooh, a cappuccino with soya milk. And IB is having a cup of tea. Right, look at this. And no, that's not mine, that's IB's. And look what I'm having. Oh, it's steaming up. It's steaming up. 2 eggs, 3 lovely fresh tomatoes, mushrooms, hash browns, and veggie sausages, and they look really nice as well. I think these are Glamorgan sausages, actually. They're a Welsh type of sausage, and they're just vegetarian by nature. You know, they've been around for years. I don't know when they were invented. Leek and potato and cheese, isn't it? I'll have a look and I'll put it on the screen for you. It's delish. I'll cut a bit off for you, you can have a taste. Oh my goodness, I need to document this moment. Something astonishing has happened. I've finished, before, you heard me correctly, IB. He's still finishing his. He did have a lot more, mind, and he had toast and I didn't, but still this never happens. We've ended up in a shop, we have, in a chemist. IB's buying a few bits and bobs. I just went to get him a basket.
Actually Googling to see what he looks like.
There you go, my dearest. I'm back home, and guess what? I am looking for something specific down here. And that something is to do with our travels. It's to do with IB in particular. I see it buried here. Is a 3/4 size fiddle. And you're thinking, what on earth's that got to do with travel? It's to do with, you see, if you're a fiddle player / violin player, you have a bit of an issue when you go on aeroplanes because you can't take your fiddle in the cabin. Well, sometimes you can, sometimes they let you, but you never really know till you get there because it's not within the cabin bag dimensions because of the bow. The bow is a certain length which exceeds the dimensions, and it's just a problem. And IB has overcome this in the past by buying a small flight case for the violin, which he takes in the cabin, and then he puts his bow in the hold. But it's so big, he has to take a massive case just to fit it in diagonally, so it's an ongoing problem. So I've been saying they must sell travel bows, and they do, but they're shocking expensive to get anything decent. Like ones, I don't know if they stretch out and click into place, but you know, he wants a decent bow. So now we've been talking about it. He said, well, what about a 3/4 size bow? Meant really for 3/4 size people, i.e. youngsters learning. And I said, well, I've got a 3/4 size fiddle. Why don't you have a go on my bow? And it's a rubbish one, but it'll just give him an idea of whether it's actually doable or not, and then he might invest in one. So that's what I'm doing. Gosh, this has not seen the light of day for a long time. I got it for 30 quid in a charity shop in the 90s. I haven't opened the box in so long, I wonder if it's going to be covered in mould or anything. It's intact. I don't know if that's mould or not on there, or it's just rosin. There's the bow anyway. I'll give him a go with it now. Example of terrible fiddle playing. Just reminding myself where the notes are. This is bouncing all over the place. I have no bow control. I never learned really. I just taught myself a couple of tunes and then put it back in the box. Ow, this is digging in. It needs a shoulder rest. Don't have one. The excuses are coming out now. I need a cushiony thing or something on my neck. That, but you do it for an effect. I'm doing it because I can't control it.
I like it. Good.
Here we are. Have a go.
Very good. You're excellent.
No, it's only bloody old Joe Clark, isn't it? You'll be pleased to know someone who actually can play it has taken over now.
Oh,
he's not used to a 3/4 size, so it's tiny in his hands.
Ah! My fingers don't fit.
Yeah, well, you'll be playing your fiddle though, just with the smaller bow, won't you?
Ah!
I'd better turn the camera off. You'll be like, ah! Oh, not with him though. He sounds alright. I am hovering. I am hovering on the carpet, on the hoovering right, you know the whole bristles on the Christmas tree issue? How on earth did they get under the glass on this nesting table? How did that... I don't ever lift this glass up. They've worked their way in. That's a phenomenon, that is. We just had the biggest crash bang wallop. I thought the glass was coming out of the fridge and smashing. IB has booby-trapped this magnet part. Izzy's just... Poor lamb, she's in shock. Aren't you? Yes. You can see her legs there. Look at those bruised knees. Can we show the knees? Yeah. She's been doing something at college, which is involved leaping onto her knees. And look, poor thing. There's cuts on there. There's a plaster on one of them. Oh, poor sausage. Anyway, IB, really? Put it on properly. It's like that old trick, you know, with the bucket of water over the door. Except it was that made a lot of noise. Oh my goodness, right, okay.
I thought like loads of... Like the shelf broke and then loads of liquids came and smashed, and I was like, oh!
So you're not being in the vlog yet, are you?
No.
Oh my goodness, right, we're gonna have to pick them up now. We could do with IB's magnet hoover. He's got a magnetic thing on a roller that picks stuff up.
If we just put them together, they'll magnetise together.
That's just, I like it, she's intelligent. She's a clever girl. Isabel was just laughing. She said, look, Mum, one's fallen and landed on the radiator. Well, my friends are due in about a quarter of an hour now. I've recovered from the shock of that enormous crashing noise. Izzy's hoovering her bedroom. I've just been cleaning the bathroom. Whenever I've got guests coming over, I declutter the front room a bit, make it tidy, put the hoover around, you know, and then I clean the toilet and the sink and the bathroom shelf and just hoover around up there and the stairs and the hallway upstairs, just anywhere that they're going to go. And Izzy is responsible for doing her room where her friends are going to go. It's just the rest of the kitchen to do now. That's dirty in there. I'm not too worried about the table because nobody's going to be sitting at it. So this area's all right. So yeah, quite happy. I just opened the fridge and look. Look what met my eyes. I thought, I know, I'll have a bit of dinner. And look, it's flipping fridge magnets in the fridge and here as well. Oh, they're everywhere. We're gonna... How did that stick on the side there? It must have bounced up and stuck on it. Oh my goodness, it's fridge magnet carnage. Ugh. Why? Just spotted another one up there on the drink shelf. What's that down there? There's more in there. Oh my goodness, this is like, I can't do this one-handed. This is ridiculous. Oh, there's another ball. I'm gonna have to put the camera down. And there's one in there. Oh. There's my lunch. I quite like eating with chopsticks because it's kind of fun. It's 4:45 in the evening now. I'm feeling all sleepy. I've been sitting in the front room with my friend. She's been sat there with a little table with a coffee and cake on. I've been sat there in my garden chair, which I just love so much, and I just like sit in as a chair. It's so comfy and you can recline it. It's just awesome. Anyway, finished now. One family's just gone and there's just one young person left in the house with Izzy, one of her friends. I'm thinking about popping out for pop because we're getting a bit low on the old Fanta and I just fancy getting out and stretching my legs. To be honest, I might take my trolley down and buy a big load and trundle it back up the hill to the house. I decided to come to Tesco's instead of Iceland because I asked Izzy what she wanted for dinner and she said spring rolls, and Iceland only, well, last time I looked they only had duck ones and I don't eat meat, so I said, well, I'll go to Tesco's, see if I can get meat ones and vegetarian ones and maybe get some, like, what are they called? Mung beans, soya beans? I'll show you when I get them now. Can't remember what they're called. And just stir-fry stuff. Like, I literally had stir-fry today and yesterday. I kind of don't want an identical one, so I'll see what I can cobble together out of separate things. They've got the Wales t-shirts on sale here in Tesco's. If you're watching from another part of the world and you don't know, Cymru means Wales in Welsh. Oh, Izzy wanted tights. I was about to say the only reason that I'm in the clothing section is for no other reason. It's just a bit easier to vlog in selfie mode. And it's less, you know, hustly and bustly, like the food bit. Right, Izzy wants tights, but she only wants really thin ones. I think I just went past the... Oh no, they're there. No, they're... No, that's men's pants. No, I'm going around the long way. About to turn, going right round the block with the trolley. Oh yes, this looks like it might be the right sort of place. I see socks. They had a sale on tights before. She said, I want the thick ones. She said, I don't want my legs to all be the same colour. I want the thin ones. Well, these are on special offer. Look, £3.50 down from £6. Small to medium. They'll be see-through, I'm sure. She likes, you know, patterny, designy things. I'm going to take a risk and get her those. So they've got 5 pairs for £4. this Daniel 15. That's what she likes, the really skinny ones. They totally just ladder. It says run resistant on it. Where does it say run resistant? Oh, it doesn't. I'm thinking of these ones. She could do with those, really. They haven't got any in her colour. And she needs small. Well, they got them in the colour, but not her size. Oh, I'll have another rummage. I found what I needed. Look, run resistant tights. Daniel 15 is that sort of lighter shade, and there's 5 pairs there for £4. I think that's probably a good deal. I never buy that sort of thing for myself. I like the big thick ones. Ah, this is a good start to the reduced to clear section. I said I was going to do a stir fry. Well, I kind of didn't want to, but I can't resist this because, well, it's down to 90p. That's very convenient. And guess what else? Fresh noodles, just what I came in for. Let's see how much they are. High protein noodles. 49p. I wonder if that'll do both of us. Quite often I think, oh, it won't be enough to do 2, and there's loads. Really doesn't look that much though. Well, I am going to get 2, and I'll probably live to regret that then, won't I? Right, what other stir-fry things can we get from here? We've got mushrooms. No, so let's just put them back in there. That's £1.10. Be nice in a stir-fry. I don't think it's that cheap though, but I'm going to get it anyway. I was going to buy myself bean sprouts, but I don't have to now because they're in there. Yes, excellent. It's all going rather well. Of course, I'm buying flat cap mushrooms because I always do, and I get through so many of them. I found another reduced to clear section. That's £1.48 for those roast turkey breast slices. I shall give those to Izzy. I'm sure she'll enjoy those. There's something on the other side too, and I see corn written on that. Cajun wings. What's that then? £1.98 down from £3. Oh, that might be alright. Maybe I could have that instead of spring rolls actually. Yeah, I will, because I'll probably like them better. Is that reduced? Sometimes people just swap it for things, don't they? £1.52 down from £2.50. Yeah, I like this. I like them at Richmond. And probably freeze as well on it. Even if it won't, I'll still eat it. I don't think they've got the pop that we want. 50p for any 4 for £1. Oh, there we are. I'll get 4 of these. It's just something different. Cream soda. That's just reminded me of something that really impressed me last night. Somebody down the club last night when we were playing that gig thing had such big hands. I saw him carrying 3 pints of Guinness, 2 in one hand and 1 in the other hand. Now when I have to carry 3 pints, I like do it with both hands together and have my fingers sticking out to grab the 3rd pint. No, 2 in one hand. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I was so impressed. I haven't quite run out of all the beer I got bought for Christmas, but I'm nearly run out. So while I'm here with my trolley, I'll just pick up a 4-pack. I'm in the freezer aisle. These look really nice. Breaded garlic mushrooms, £2 a bag. I'm umming and ahhing about, yeah, go on, try them. I love mushrooms in any form. And look what else I'm buying. 75p ready meals. They're so much cheaper if you get them frozen. And of course you can just put them in the fridge and eat them, you know, within a few days anyway. You don't have to freeze them, do you? So that's a good money saving tip, isn't it? And that came from one of my subscribers. Thank you, if that was you. Hey, look what else they sell here in the frozen section. £2.60 for 4 pastel de nata. You do them, they're Portuguese custard tarts done in the oven. I think that's quite a lot of money, to be honest. I'm not getting them. Right, I just absolutely cannot find spring rolls anywhere, meaty or otherwise. But I think she'll approve of these, and I'm just going to get the veggie ones so I can have them as well. They're the dinner dumplings, and they are quite dear. They're £3.95, but it's a Saturday evening treat, so I'm going to have them. I'm going to go play now. It's the evening now, and this is going to be a very easy meal to make, in my opinion. So I'm just going to put some oil in there, chuck that in, chop those up, chuck that in, chop those up, chuck them in. When that's cooked, chuck them in, and meanwhile do the other things in a pan of warm water. They should be done at a pretty similar time, I think. I'll start these off first, and then I'll get the dumplingy thingies out. That looks a lot. I think I'm going to save these, you know, but I'm going to put mushrooms in because I'm addicted. They can go in the fridge for another meal. I'm going to steam these. Apparently it takes 8 minutes. It's so long since I used my steamer that I forgot I had one, but there it was in the cupboard. This has fortunately wilted down quite a bit, so once these have got a few minutes to go, I'll add these ready to add to wok noodles. I've got a feeling I should have bought 1 packet, you know. I'm going to add 2 anyway. I'm presuming I don't need a lot of water, so I'm just going to put that much in. Oh, they smell nice. Even frozen, a waft of truffle oil came out. Apparently they've got a hint of truffle oil. I wonder if they're going to swell up. This is the thing, I don't actually know. I wonder if they're the sort of things that if you do too many, they're still not... Whoops, cold. I don't know. I'm just going to guess. This seems to be cooking alright. I put a bit of chilli and ginger in there. Totally forgot to put the garlic in. Quite a bit of soy sauce as well. This seems to be doing okay. Okay, let's lift that for you. Try not to burn myself. There they are. I just checked, there's still water in there, but it's getting a bit low, so I think I might top it up a bit. Well, here's our dinner anyway. I've turned it... Oh, I thought I had turned it off. No, I haven't. Oh, probably going to melt that now. Whoops. Yes, that one exploded. Look, you can see what it looks like inside. Oh, do you know, I'm tempted to just nibble one. I can make that mine, can't I? Hang on. I'm going to do a little bowl of dipping soy sauce for us for these, but... Oh, it's very good. I like the texture of the outer stuff. It's kind of, it's got I'm trying to think of the texture. It's a firm, dense texture, but it's very, very thin. And then you get the kind of stodgy stuff inside, which is taste of truffles. But I think I can taste carrot, and it's quite sweet, actually. I'm not a fan of the sweet, but I think dipped in soy sauce, it'll counteract it with the saltiness. I can't stop eating it. Okay, I think if you can't stop eating it, that's a good sign. I'm going to serve up for me and Izzy now. Thanks for watching. Bye!